You started with the string, you need validated. Use conditionals and things got complicated. There's a better way, we'll teach you the lessons, and you'll be writing patterns with regular expressions. Operators out of zing, modifiers are the thing. Find yourself the matches on your subject string. You'll be parsing files if you follow our advice. Sooner than you know it, you'll be breaking the ice.
Hi, my name's Dan Bickford, and together we'll be taking an adventure, and in the process we'll be breaking the ice with regular expressions. Now, regular expressions are a clear and concise way to search through text. What you will learn in this course can be applied to many different programming languages. Our journey will consist of 5 different levels. First, we'll be introduced to regular expressions and strings. Second, we'll be validating emails. And then third, we'll be searching through text for clues. Fourth, we'll be working with multi-line strings. And then finally, we'll be working with capture groups. So let's begin our journey with level 1, the string story. Imagine we run a website that asks people for their Orlando area phone number so they can receive local restaurant offers to their cell phone. Well, if we think about what makes this number valid, we start seeing a few rules. For example, the first 3 digits of our number must begin with 407 or 321. Next, the character should be a dash. However, this dash is optional and it doesn't necessarily have to be there. This is then followed by 3 more single-digit numbers. We then have 1 more of those optional dashes, and finally we end with 4 more single-digit numbers. So what would some code look like to help validate these rules? It might look a little bit something like this. We would have a variable holding the characters of our subject string, named chars. And we would check if the first character is 4, the second character is 0, and the third character is 7. Or the first character is 3, the second character is 2, and the third character is 1. It would surround that in parentheses. And then we'd put an and. And then we'd check, does the 4th character equal a dash, or does the 4th character equal an empty string? And that's just for the first few numbers. By writing a regular expression, though, we can accomplish the same validation using much more concise code. So what exactly are regular expressions? There are 2 main parts to a regular expression. First, we have the subject string, which we're going to refer to as a subject in this course, and it's the text we're searching through to find a match. Next, we'll have our regular expression, or Regx. And this is a group of characters that represents rules for searching and matching against text. So how does the regular expression engine work? The Regx engine walks each character in the pattern and the subject trying to find matches. Here, we're going to get a match on the 4 in the regular expression pattern and the subject. And then next, we're going to get a match on the 0 in the pattern and the 0 in the subject. And then finally, we're going to get a match on the 7 in the pattern and a 7 in the subject. And the regular expression engine returns that we found a match, or in this case, we get a true. Well, how about a pattern that does not match our subject? Here, we're trying to match a 4 against our subject, which does not contain a 4. If the regular expression engine does not find a match, it will backtrack both the regular expression and the subject where it can try to find a different match. If no matches can be found, the regular expression will return that there are no available matches, or in our case here, we'll receive a false. Well, how would we make a pattern match both 407 or 321? By adding what is known as an OR operator right after our 407 and then 321, we can conditionally match 407 or 321. So our subject beginning with the area code 321 now matches. So what would this regular expression look like outside of code? So when we say we're writing Regx, what we're really asking is, does this group of characters match a specific pattern? The pattern starts after the first slash, and it ends before the final slash. And what is in between is known as our regular expression pattern. Now, the Regx engine doesn't necessarily just match on numbers. We can also match on letters as well. So here, we're using a regular expression literal boat, which literally matches every single character in the word boat. and we have our subject, boat, as well, and we get a positive match. However, if we bring in another subject, such as ship, we're not going to get a match with boat because boat and ship are two different words. How can we construct a pattern to match on both boat or ship? Much like our pattern with two different numbers, 407 or 321, we can use two different words with an or operator to match either boat or ship, and we get a match on both. Some common uses of regular expressions include validations of phone numbers, emails, passwords, and domain names, and for searching for words in a sentence, unwanted characters, extracting sections, or replacing, cleaning, and formatting text. Before we let you loose on the challenges, I wanted to give you a quick overview of the regular expression challenge interface. Here, we have a text box on the top where you'll enter the regular expression. Modifiers will be entered on the right. Below, you have your subject strings and any feedback pertaining to the challenge. On the left are the tasks at hand, and new tasks will appear as you complete your current task. You can also hover over the regex and subjects to get more information on the matches that are happening. How about now, you go write your first regular expression in the challenges.